Hello. So, today we are getting started on speed potions, the tutorial that will teach us all of the intricacies of speed potions. And I was really looking forward to this one because there are not many elements in Drawd that give you superpowers, and the speed potion is definitely one of them. Sometimes it seems there just aren't enough moves to do everything you need to do. Monsters closing in, bombs exploding, floors to be mopped. Wouldn't it be nice if there was some way to do twice as much work in the same amount of time? That's where the Speed Potion Annex can help you. Let's begin with a typical unpleasant predicament. Oh, that is unpleasant. As you probably already know, speed potions make you twice as fast. Now we will pull ahead of the pack to read this scroll. Challenge: kill all roaches before stepping off the mosaic's floor, and don't turn your sword after stepping on the pressure plate. Okay. Let's see how I can do there. No. Let's try again. So you can probably already get a little bit of a feel on how the speed potion kind of works. I'm having a little bit of trouble because this is kind of a tricky challenge. I'm actually kind of curious what the challenges are, because for the hold it shows. Oh, okay, so it's not like an officially marked challenge. I don't know if player-made holds can add challenges like that. It's like there's a ton of those. They're kind of like achievements, and there's a ton of those in Second Sky, and I got all of them. Not to brag or anything, but I did. Oops. Can I do this? Let's see. Maybe if I kinda... Do I have to? I'm a little bit stumped here. But I won't give up, because I like beating challenges. It boosts my ego. So I step there. Then I'm kinda hemmed in. Oh, that's obviously wrong. Let's see. No. See, that's the thing, is having superpowers means everyone has higher expectations of you. Almost. There's not really that many possible moves here, so I kind of wonder what's the trick. So seem to keep just running into the same problem. Wait, no. It's gotta be something. almost make it. Almost. It's just like one move off. I don't know, maybe I'll skip this if it's holding things up a little too much. We'll see. But I do want to get it, because I have determination. So there's only one possible move up till here. And then if I turn my sword this way, so there's not a whole lot of options up to that point. At this point, I've tried all of the obvious moves. At this point, it seems like I'm gonna have to do something unintuitive in order to get this. Wait, yes, okay, we've got this. Kind of. Who is the genius? Wait, obviously not me. See, and don't turn your sword after stepping on the pressure plate. I should checkpoint now so I don't have to do that over. Yeah, I'm feeling good now, because that was pretty awesome. And they also make all clones, mimics, and decoys twice as fast. Well, they don't make decoys move twice as fast, but they do make them stab things twice as fast. So don't turn my sword. Let's see. So what do we got going on here? So I guess I should decide which direction my sword should be pointing. Guess we'll just try this one. It's as good as any. I mean, as far as we know. Wait a second. No, because I need to hit this guy with my decoy. Presumably that's the trick. So I gotta face this way. Yeah, I could tend to hear that a lot. Can I do this? Oh, I missed my opening for the decoy. Let's see. Oh, that's clever. Okay. Oops. I didn't know they could eat that. And cleared. Now it's just a matter of taking out this guy. I think this is easier than the roach situation. And now I can, I guess clones haven't really been explained. Basically, a clone, once it's kind of sitting around, you can switch between any one clone and you can control it instantaneously, so it takes no turns to do this. You can see as I go back and forth, the thread clock isn't moving. And I don't think they're used that often, probably because it's extremely powerful to be able to switch to another location instantaneously, especially a clone potion, which lets you place such a clone anywhere on the map. I can also press tab to do that. Speed potions work in the same way as invisibility potions. If you're invisible and you drink another invisibility potion, you'll become visible again. And if you drink another speed potion while already hasted, you'll slow down to normal phase again. And unfortunately, since there are no official challenges, that means I won't get a little thing right here. But I captured it on camera, so you know I did it. This is like old school. Second Sky is the first game to have official, achievement style achievements, but other games have had challenges in the past. There just wasn't any acknowledgement that you did them. You just kind of had to have the pride in your heart that you knew. Let's see. See if you can figure it out. The scroll above provides a good hint. The turning trick. Is this a hot tile? No. No, it is a hot tile. Oh, right. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, okay. So I can sit on a hot tile for one turn if, that's really interesting. Okay, so I gotta, rain. And so, since we're using a speed potion, you should watch the threat clock closely. Notice that when I make a move, the threat clock only turns a half, and basically what moving at double speed amounts to is that for every one of my moves, there's a move where everything else in the entire room does nothing. What this means is if I make a move on a half a turn, I have a free action, but you can lose that advantage if you move on a whole turn, I guess. Because if you see, I swing my sword here, then a roach gets in. So if I get out of step with them, then I can kind of get this free move here. I think I pretty much got this. As you can see, I'm kind of going back and forth and emptying the room of roaches. Yeah. See, having superpowers is pretty sweet. Don't let it go to your head. Wait, this might be kind of a bad setup. There we go. Now we can step in. Boom! That is what I'm talking about. You see, this is why I like speed potions. Of course, damn near every room with a speed potion in it is gonna have a little challenge. It's like, beat this without the speed potion. I'm like, damn it. You gotta make me do that, don't you? Okay, what do we got here? I'm faster than you. So if I move on a half turn, it steps forward and bam. There you go. We've got this like huge, dramatically shaped green door just for this little puzzle. What's this one say? When you're hasted, you can pass a gel baby using your sword to keep it standing on the same square all the time. Okay, so I guess I could have just pressed R, but whatever. Okay, so quick refresher. In fact, this slipped my mind as well. But gel babies have a slightly different movement pattern from roaches in that if they try to make a diagonal move, their move is cancelled instead of sliding along the wall. So you can see if I just sit still here, the gel baby is stuck. So, as promised, if I if I make the right moves, it's trapped. So that's a good thing to know. When you're hasted, you can move clones. Move a clone as if it were invisible and let all monsters focus on another clone. Wow, okay, that's really cool. I should, yeah, this is why I do actually have to step out, because I want to correct my facing. So I think, because monsters can kill clones even when you're not controlling them is the one downside, but I'm trying to think. I think monsters aren't attracted to clones if you're not controlling them. This is where I'm a little less experienced. Where should I place this clone? Hold on. I should see what this actually does. Okay. Can just skip ahead. I see, okay. Let's place this guy here. And then control. This is where this is a little bit fiddly. So if I have to get out of step with the monsters. I think what I should have done is I should stay in control of this one. Oops. This is a trick I've never done before, so forgive me if I mess this up quite a bit. This is definitely something unique. I must say this isn't the kind of trick I'd want to pull off all the time. Let's save a little bit of time. There's a red door here, but there's no trapdoors that I can see. Oops, wrong button. So I think... Weird. See, this challenge room is tough. Well, I think that I might be up to it. So let's think now. We got the same sort of deal here where we got a mud baby and we got a clone. Except that this guy, this got this long route here. So what are we gonna do? One thing is that I definitely want this potion here. So let me think about this. So this button holds the door open. I think let me think about this. first of all. I'm gonna use the trick. Oops. This is so weird to pull off, it really is. Okay. And what I kind of want to do here is let me think. Because if I can get it stuck in this column here, I might be able to run away, and then it'll something like that. I think maybe, but I'm not sure if I can actually lure it over down there. Oh, okay. I got this. So I wonder if that'll work. No. You're gonna stay right here. Okay, no. That doesn't quite work. Let's think. We can use a clone to hold down the button, but obviously then the clone has to stay there. How are we gonna do this? I wonder why there's two. Doesn't seem to be any real meaning to that. Wait, I think I've got something. Wait, okay. I've got it. What we want to do is we want to use our invisibility trick in kind of a counterintuitive way. If it's attracted to this clone here, it'll stay there until we're ready. Oops. Until we're ready for it. Back. Until we're ready for it to. There. That is what I am talking about. Alright. All possible with superpowers. I don't think there are that many levels. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever seen a level that gave you both speed potions and clones. Probably because of the aforementioned fact that clones are very powerful, and hasted clones are probably, well, doubly powerful, if not a little more than that. Oh boy, what do we got here? Mimic. Alright. What do we got going on here? Okay, I see what we you gotta do. I can read the scroll, but then I get killed. See, it's much easier to kill goblins and wraithwings when you're hasted. You can easily chase them, get down, and goblins will still attack your back, not knowing that you can easily jump around and stab them. Let's see. Am I doing this right? I guess stopping to read the scroll kinda screwed me over. If you're hasted, it's often not so important to turn your sword since you can often easily jump around your enemies. It's pretty nice when you have superpowers. I, for one, try to have superpowers as often as I can. You gotta make this tricky, don't ya? Oops. What's going on here? This, okay. So that's bad. Let's see, I should do a quick scan for cracked walls whenever I enter one of these areas, just in case. Although so far, this game hasn't gone to much, or this hold hasn't gone to much length to hide secret walls. But no, I don't think there's any here. I've spent like the last couple days scanning walls for secrets in Second Sky, so I've kind of gotten paranoid. Let's see. No, there's no speed potion here. I have to go to the other side to get it. I can't even read the scroll. The scroll will tell me what to do. What do I do if I can't reach it? See, in this position you can easily kill all the roaches by turning your sword back and forth. I knew that. Okay. Out of phase. I guess that doesn't help all that much. If you're hasted in this position, you can kill the roaches just as easily. Unless you mess up like me. That's clever. Now they're gonna make it harder, obviously. Oops. Try to use the same trick to clear this room. Right behind me. Curse you for making me sit there and wait. Aha. Just like that. And there you go. Now what? Try to find a square where you can safely kill all the seeps. It's trickier. It's trickier. They're gonna be brain seeps. They're going to be seeps. Looking for brains. Okay. So we want something that's kind of like this, where the threats can only approach us from 90 degrees, I guess. And this looks a little bit like that, except there's a square behind where I'll be able to get backstabbed. But wait, there's one. Ah. My sharp eye is rewarded. Oh wait, I messed that up. Okay, that's pretty awesome. that, I mean I'm pretty awesome. I'm pretty awesome for finding that. And now I think we can go ahead and hold down plus for super fast stepping. Or is that slashing, I guess? Alright. And let's see what's down this way. Some small speed potion tricks. See, remember we want to be out of phase with everything else so that we can take advantage of our speed boost. Haha. And oh, let's see what we got here. There you go. What are all those roaches doing up there? Oh no. Alright, out of phase. So as I explained previously, I think if I step in here, the roaches can step onto the tunnel to kill me, but as you can see, they can't step on it normally. So we can kind of mess around with that by doing something like, and then of course, they can't move during this half turn, so I'm just a ghost stabbing them a lot. This is a little bit silly, but I can't imagine that this particular trick comes up very often. I think now they are away from the tunnel, so I have no choice but to there we go. And now I have to tunnel back. Where are we going next? There's like 2 whole other paths here. There could be miles of levels beneath here. Maybe. Probably not. Oh dear. See, when you're hasted, you can easily pass most monsters in a 3 square wide tunnel. So I can. I see what's going on here. Being out of phase is the most important thing when you've got a speed potion. Because then you can manipulate them. Boom! Whoa! Slow motion explosion. That's awesome. Alright, oh yes. See, normally you'd hastily stab the roaches, then you'd have to start over, but you can see I'm actually supposed to be leading them astray. Aha! What have you now, roaches? I should have my sword pointing this way. Let's see, when you're hasted, you can also avoid 2 roaches in a 3x3 square by moving back and forth diagonally. Boing, 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 boing. Oh dear, this is going to be a while. Well, at least I'll have a lot of checkpoints. Up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. It could have made the fuse a little bit longer. I think if I made it part way through, I would have figured it out by now. Alright. Again, lots of checkpoints. And you can avoid a large number of monsters for a long time by walking in circles. Oh boy, okay. Apparently not that particular circle. Well, at least this is a little more challenging. Okay, I think that the fuse can probably go ahead and burn down now. Nice flat little line now. That's super easy to avoid. Come on. I'm getting impatient. And come on. Get in here. And there you go. Alright, let's go. We'll hate you forevers for this. Not really. I think this might be a little bit easier because there's more space to maneuver. Not so many close calls. But still, this is kind of a long wait. So I'm going to make mistakes just from getting impatient. And there we go. Let us make our hasty retreat. It's clear. Still, having a lot of fun playing with speed potions. It's one of those toys you don't really get all that often. This one branches further. See, you can only survive for one turn on hot tiles, so when you're hasted you can turn your sword or wait on hot tiles since it only takes you one half turn. Of course you still can survive on the same hot tile for more than one turn. I wonder. Oh yeah, speed potion. That would be an important part. I kind of wonder. So you do have to actually stay on for an entire. That's interesting. Okay. It's kind of funny how there's so many elements in Drawd that there are interactions that you just wouldn't know about just because they've never been combined in one of the main games before. See, an inactive clone can't survive for more than one turn on hot tiles, therefore you normally can't keep two clones on hot tiles at the same time. When hasted, you can keep two clones alive on hot tiles as long as both clones move once per whole turn. Gotta go fast. Oops. I guess these roaches are just targets because they can't move off these arrows. Now this clone is eternally trapped dancing on hot tiles. Well, that's slightly unsettling. Let's actually reset because I want to read this. Fuses, orbs and pressure plates, eyes and omtlics. Ooh, I want to fight Omplix. Let's see. Even though an Omplic can't move during your extra turn, it always shoots out its gaze and will always freeze you, whether you're hasted or not. So, these friendly fellows are Omplics, which I don't know if they've ever featured on this channel before. Probably not. Basically, Omplics have a paralyzing gaze, so if I step in here, I'm stuck. And you can block it with your sword, but if you're paralyzed from two different directions, well, you can see we have problems. And, you can actually paralyze them by reflecting their gaze in the flat of your sword. But I don't think that'll really come into play here. So let's see. Out of phase. There we go. Omplics, while a bit smarter than roaches, are still not immune to accidentally walking on hot tiles in an attempt to reach you. Evil Eyes, however, will only wake if you're in their line of sight for a whole turn. They can never see you if you're only standing in their line of sight for half a turn at a time. So I guess it's kind of like a flicker effect. Woo. Gotta be tricky here. What do I want to do with this decoy potion? I don't want to use it right away. An eye normally moves as soon as it's awakened, but if you're hasted and you wake an eye on your extra turn, the eye won't be able to move until the full turn. Right, I stepped on an arrow. So what is... Right, okay, So I guess what I want to do is... Wait, what happened there? I like the slow motion eye sound. So I guess I gotta wait here. I'm not sure I thought this through. Let's see. And I guess I have to kill them last because there's a green door that'll let me out. Is this control? See, I gotta be tricky. Very tricky. Let's see, wait a half turn. Aha! There we go. Okay, that was obvious. Bam. There's more splitting. Who knows how deep these tunnels could go? We could be here all day. See, Fagundos don't move twice as fast if you are hasted, so it's much easier to control a Fagundo if you are hasted. Right, that's obvious. I don't think Fagundos have been covered at all. Basically, a Fagundo is a phoenix. It's a fancy 8th word for a phoenix. And when you step on a power token, you gain control of it, and it goes the way you're facing on its turn. And if a Fagundo hits a wall, it blows up. Which is okay, because being phoenixes, they will rise from the ashes. But that only works if their ashes are around and haven't fallen off a cliff like they would here. So Fagundo puzzles will often have you maneuvering Fagundos over pits, which will force you to not, whatchamacallit, not let them fall, like this. And Fagundos are also useful since when they hit an enemy they blow up, and then they will wake up in 5 turns. So I don't know why it didn't blow up. I guess it's because of the ortho tile. That's interesting that the ortho tile blocks it from moving but doesn't make it blow up. But yeah, Fagundos can carve through enemies fairly efficiently by repeatedly exploding themselves, and the enemies can't really destroy the ashes, I think. They have to be destroyed by falling in water or being struck by explosives or various things. I don't know. There's a few things that can affect Fagundo ashes, and I don't know what they all are. See, the challenge room north from here will require some knowledge about speed potions, so I suggest clearing the rest of the level before entering it. Well, okay. I'll come back, but don't let me forget. Let's see. Okay, so what do we got here? In the extra turn you get, when hasted, you and all the mimics and decoys can also always activate all items, but pressure plates can never pop up during that extra turn. So this is quite clever. When you're hasted, you can step on and off the same pressure plate over and over again without ever letting it pop up. Weird. I didn't think about it that way. Can you figure out how to get past the door? I think I have a guess. I should point my sword in a different direction. How about this? That's awesome. See, this is why I wanted to play this particular hold, because I figured you get to do all kind of weird things that you never get to do in a regular game. Gonna have to figure out where to place this ahead of time, and I always have to have time to think out the puzzle before I figure out where something should be placed. But I think when you become hasted, all mimics and decoys will strike orbs twice as fast. But of course, guards will still only strike orbs in normal phase. This guard to strike an orb. Of course, I can't turn my sword. This is one thing that mimics are used for, is they put them in a situation where if they turn left or right, they end up. That's really annoying. Come on. Gotcha. Let's see, what's connected to this? If an orb which toggles a door is struck twice at the same time, the door will be toggled twice. That's true. So, oh, that's weird. So then it's, okay. So then it reduces it to normal phase, although out of step by half a turn. Wow, that's really weird. I'm learning all sorts of funky things here. Now I gotta figure out how to trick this guy. Yeah. There Now let's get away from that orb sound. Jeez. So challenge, clear this room, only turning your sword twice. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Alright. We'll see about that. So this is connected to the cracked orb. Cracked orbs, by the way, you probably have seen these. Once you hit it once, it'll be disabled and become just like a breakable wall, and then the second time you hit it, it'll just break apart. So you only get one shot out of these guys. And that's, so it's pretty obvious I'm gonna have to place this Meg. So you need the doors to be closed every time the roaches try to move. Weird. Okay. Jeez. Let me think here. So if I only turn my sword twice. That there you go. Okay. Wait. Damn it. Now I can't hit the brain. Okay. You're getting cheeky with me. So that means I have to, the only way I can turn it is either left or right once, and it doesn't really make any difference because the room is symmetrical, and then back to hit the brain. So we're dealing with brained roaches, which work a little different from not brained roaches. How can we use that to our advantage? This doesn't look good. So only turn my sword twice. That's really weird, because then I can't even kind of get my sword facing towards the roaches. Not really. If I... Then they come in from... That's tricky. So if I got it at a... Maybe I need to go back a little bit more. Of course, this would be the first checkpoint. Alright, Gotta think. If I go like that. Diagonal is a really weird angle to be coming at them from. There's no going back the way I came, so I can't kind of like find a way to... Let's see. I don't know if this is... Doesn't seem possible, because... There's just no way to get my sword at that angle. I'm not sure why the roaches on this side are kind of staying still, because they are brained. They should know better, but I think the arrows kind of mess with the brain's pathfinding. I don't really know how that works all that much. I think what I should be doing actually is... Because there's got to be some way around, just so I can get my sword pointed at something. Because that's kind of the only angle I can get, is if the roaches are coming at me from here. Then I could get at them. But there's no way to make them do that, because... speed potions, this is too much. You can see they're already they're changing their mind and going the other way. And I could do this if only it wasn't for the brain forcing me to point my sword straight ahead. Pretty. I might end up passing on this challenge because I've got nothing. I've got to be pointing my sword straight up because I have to place the mimic right here. There's something I can do with the arrows that's kind of clever. I'm really not sure. There really should be a checkpoint, just, I don't know, a little bit. So this one makes me to redo this whole kind of tedious sequence here with the orbing, and it's terrible. It's terrible. If there's something I can do with the... Wow, I got one. I got one roach. Wait. No. We're kind of getting there. Maybe. Not really. I got it. That's so obnoxious. If they weren't brained, this seems like it might be doable. Cause then I can kind of force him. And then I have to start over because I skipped the. Gotta think. I'll think this over a little bit more, and then I'll probably end up skipping this one just because. I don't know. If it weren't for that orb sound, because that's really obnoxious, and I'm sure it's not a terribly fun sound for you to be listening to either. Would it be better to have my sword pointed straight up? There's a thought, because I'm already kind of having this weird maneuvering situation. Oops. That was wrong, obviously. Okay, I'm getting sloppy now. Because I'm getting so impatient. Let's see. No, because then I'd be kind of stepping into a danger zone. If they weren't brained, this might be doable. But they have such brainedness. Okay, I really am getting tired of starting this over from the start every time. So I think, can I get a checkpoint? Because I'm really trying to make sure to lock these guys in so I don't have to deal with them yet. Alright, I think I might, maybe I'll try and mess around with this on camera, but I don't think it's really worth it to just keep going here. If the checkpointing was a little bit better, I might, but redoing the whole thing over again, it's just that's such a pain. So, you know, let's get this show on the road already. Where do I hate this. I hate it when it makes me place a decoy potion right away, because you know it's like the first place you put it is almost always going to be wrong. It's got to be in one of these places, but it's like, then it's kind of like, why bother letting me place it? You really gotta keep doing this to me, don't you? Alright, let's see what the deal is here. I'm scratching my cheek and brushing against the mic, and hopefully that's not going through, because anyway, I think I'm not gonna bother with the challenge. I'm getting a little bit fed up with these challenges. Orb sounds. And there we go. I'm not actually sure what to do next. Wait a second. Did I put it in the wrong place? I'm a little bit lost now. See, this is why I hate having to place decoy potions right away, because I haven't had a chance to analyze the room. I don't want to just like stand there, because you know, experimenting, that's how you learn. What is going on here anyway? So that would kind of toggle. Do I want that? These doors would go down. But it kind of would affect so that it raises. So I don't. There's too many doors going on here. I think they've kind of pushed the complication a little bit too high, where it's just like it's making me process too much at once. And you know, I just don't know what's going on right now. And I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but just, it's kind of a, I think, kind of a principle of whole design that you should be careful about adding so much that the player kind of can't intuit what they're supposed to be doing. What's the goal? In a minute or so, and I still don't really know what this room is about. Maybe you're kind of catching on faster than I am. I don't know. Like, what's going on here? I guess I have to move on. I guess the idea is I have to do it so that it's out of phase, so that I can do that. Okay. So if you drink the speed potion when the door is closed, it will always be closed on the full turn. Well, thanks for putting that there. Did you switch those scrolls by accident? Because that would have been a useful hint. So I guess this one goes here, and then the roaches come out, and I guess that's the challenge. Sometimes it can be bad to be hasted, just as it sometimes can be bad to have a big sword pointing out in front of you. Let's see. Because then the roaches can't get out. On the other hand, do I want to do that? I don't know. We gotta kill this snake. What 4-0 am I standing on? Whoops. 4-0 south. What's going on here? So then I get stuck. And then what? Then what? I don't know. I think this is supposed to let me out. I think that's the trick is that I need to... They really need to have less puzzles where they have this orb thing going on. Just that really grates after a while. I don't know if maybe I should, because I don't want to turn the sound off. I think I do need another speed potion here. Okay. I'm pretty well and truly sick of that sound by now. So I think I'm kind of putting a little red marker next to my grading of this hole, because that got annoying pretty dang fast. But other than that, playing with speed potions is fun, so I think what we've got left here is just this. Oh dear. Oh, I don't like the look of this already. Alright. What's going on here? As you already know, an Omplix Gaze will always freeze you. It will also always freeze clones, mimics clones, and stalwarts, and light fuses directly. Yes, Omplic Gazes, light fuses. I'm guessing we don't want that. I think that this some of these puzzles might rely on orbs just a little too much. You can see there's a lot of orbs, and orbs are useful because you can affect any door in the room. But then you kind of have this extra step where the player has to stop and figure out, what is this one doing? You know, what does this specific orb do? And then you kind of have to remember that, and it's kind of asking me to keep track of a lot. But let's, and then the same thing with buttons. This place is littered with buttons. So it's getting a little bit cluttered. Do I want to do that? I think I do. I don't know. That raises that door, whoops.
Yeah.
Clicking on B-throw makes him say things. Sometimes I do it by accident. So that raises that door, which, this is why, sometimes you just have to kind of jump into the puzzle and fail. Because trying to kind of stare at the puzzle and into it, like, is raising this door good, is it bad, can really slow you down, and sometimes it's a lot easier to just kind of run through it and just kind of, you know, mess up the whole way, and then see what stops you, and then you can kind of get an idea. It's just this puzzle gives me so little direction, because there's elements everywhere. You can see this takes up half the room, but it's just stuffed so full with all these things. I don't know what they're all for. So where does this mimic go? Where does this mimic go? So this door is locked, and I think I've locked myself in. But if I place them in here, then I can get out again. So okay. Even though mimics move after you, the Ontlic will not be able to freeze a mimic behind you that's moving away. Freeze a mimic behind you. It's moving away from the I'm not sure I follow that. Okay. Okay, I think I kind of get that. And now what? What? Did I need to, hold on. Which does that, and then that raises that.
I see.
And this raises this. So I think I have to put the mimic right there. And so this one starts out closed. This lets me go back. Oh no, okay. Hold on. So then I've got to place this guy right here. And then I had some kind of... Right, yes, okay. So then I wait. And then I can go down... What happened to the mimic? It stepped on a force arrow. I'm guessing that's probably bad. Then what? Okay. Like I said, there's so much going on, and it's just difficult to follow it all. So this goes like that. So hold on, I know what I gotta do. I gotta freeze it. And then the Ontlic looks away from me, from the mimic. And what? I've got to keep the omelet looking ahead, I guess. But how do I do that? This is kind of a little bit frustrating. So then if I step up, then the mimic will get stuck. Let me think. This is toggle, so as soon as that button pops. What is this? So what's supposed to activate this? A clone? What is this sitting on? Force arrow. Let me think. So we need to find a way to no, that's not good. So how can I keep the mimic frozen? Jeez. Because if I move down, but I have to go that way to reactivate this particular door. Did I put the mimic in the wrong place? I really am not sure. But I need to go back around and press this. It said... Jeez. I'm trying to think about what I can manipulate about the Omplix movement. Like, I can't reach it fast enough. And then it just gets stuck, and then I can't proceed. Let's see. I really don't know. So the mimic is stunned. This is paralyzed. And then I gotta... And I don't know. This which one was it that closed this door? It was this one, so I have to pass over it. But if I go down, then the Omplix just looks away from the mimic, and then what? It seems like there's just nothing. So there's gotta be some trick. But it needs to be there so it can be stunned. And there's not really much that I can do about it. So let me think. So do this. It stuns it. it just gets stuck? I really don't know. Doesn't seem like there's much that can be done to prevent that. I'm obviously missing something, but I don't know what. There's gotta be some kind of, I don't know, I'm at a complete loss here. I might end up having to skip this one because I just got nothing. Something weird is going on here, and I don't really get what I'm supposed to be doing with this one. Because I gotta be thinking about this wrong. Am I putting the mimic in the wrong place? Am I don't know. If I go this way right away, I obviously get stuck. So I gotta go down here, and I gotta place the mimic. And I have to place the mimic here because right here, or at least somewhere where I can step there, because otherwise I just can't, you know, I can't get through here. What is this one? Yeah, so the clone would let me through if I could get that far. Should I maybe place, I don't know if that accomplishes much. Because then we still kind of have the same problem. If the alt-lick could be stunned... Let me think. Hold on a second. I have a thought. If I can, anything to get it to hold still just a little bit longer. But that doesn't make it hold still any longer. Not really. And the Oramites make it so that it's impossible to stun the mimic with, or stun the alt-lick with the mimic. So then I've been kind of whiling away the minutes on this one. It's gonna end up racking up way too much time on this video. I wasn't expecting to run into a puzzle this thorny. So I might end up doing an addendum video on this one. But this is wasting too much time. I'll come back to it later. It's optional at least. I mean, I think it is. Come to think of it, where's the way out of this dungeon? Oh no. It's not optional, is it? What? I can't tell what color it is. No, it's red. Not optional. Okay. So I have to either beat this room or go home and defeat. Well. How about this? I'm gonna turn off the camera, and when I figured out how to solve it, I'll come back and show you the solution, because I can't just run the footage forever. So I'll be back once I've got this sorted out. Alright, I'm back. So I ended up using a hint, and I also discovered this is an optional room, and I just got confused. In fact, there's a little side area that I forgot about, which is why the door was still closed. But I was so frustrated with this room that I was determined to finally get it, and the reason I was stuck is because I was tricked. You shouldn't step on this, and in fact there's a way to avoid stepping on it by doing this. And now we can proceed. Like so. And from here the room is actually a lot simpler than it looks. It's just that one little bit that kind of will confuse the crap out of you. So we use the clone, and we use the mimic sword to let it through. And then we can use the to light the bomb fuse, which then I have to be on the right side of this door. Whoopsie. Okay, so let's. There we go. Okay, and then we can proceed and stab this guy. Let's see, for some reason the Omplix Gaze can only break orbs on the full turn. And this is a weird thing that I didn't even remember because I'd read this. So we've seen the cracked orbs. And if an Omplix Gaze hits it, it will revert it to a broken orb without activating it, which, thinking back, I'm sure that interaction has been used before, but I can't remember. It's been such a long time since Omplix were originally introduced, and they might have been used a bit there, but it's a fairly obscure interaction that I don't remember really seeing. But as it explained, and I never would have found this out, I'm sure, the Omplix Gaze will only break an orb on the full turn. This is a kind of like, without, if you just play through the main game without going through any player-made holds, you would never find any of these things out. This is like so obscure, and I guess it's kind of a natural result that when you have so many elements that interact together, there's always going to be obscure interactions, because when you put two elements together, you always eventually you have to decide what are they going to do, and it's sometimes there's no intuitive result, and sometimes things just happen as a consequence of how you put it together. There's no guarantee that even the designers will be aware of every single possible interaction. Especially when you have emergent behavior, which Draw definitely does have. Fuses will be lit whenever you step on them, and they will always start to burn down the first full turn after you've lit them. This means that if you step on a fuse, on the extra turn you get while hasted, the fuse will start burning down immediately. Though if you light a fuse on a full turn, the fuse will not start burning down until the next full turn. Weird. Huh. So if we do that, interesting. Okay. Of course, after the fuse has started to burn down, it will keep burning down in normal phase, one tile per full turn. does this do? Okay, so this and will that be enough time? No. So I think what I needed to do is probably, yeah, and then I get one more step. Huh. Like I said, I'm learning all kinds of things that I never would have found out before this. Okay. So for real this time, we have really beaten the speed potion level. And as much as I love speed potions, I do think that I am in fact ready to leave by now. Beethro made his way up from the now vanquished speed potion annex. Oh, that's a little dry. And of course with this, we can use the tricks that we learned to clear this room. Alrighty, so that is speed potions. I'll see you on the next level.